it's pretty crazy when you finally get out of the funk that you've been in, and that looks different for everybody, right? And you fall into these funks, and that looks like I haven't worked out in a long time, or spaces are all messy and cluttered. And that's kind of what I went through recently when our son was born, almost 2 months now, and in the first couple of weeks are all this nostalgia, and you're like, oh yeah, something new. And then you really start to feel the sleepless nights continually add up, right? They start to stack themselves, and eventually all that sleep deprivation gets to you, or it sure did get to me, and I could tell it got to my wife. And something that was missing from our lives, and especially my life, was structure. And that looks like morning routines, waking up early to run or work out, read, meditate, do all that before the sun comes up or as the sun's coming, because that's when I thrive the most. And so my wife and I actually went on a walk a few days ago, and just talking things through about like, man, I just can't live this way anymore. Like I need to get up and go and work out. For me, again, running is my passion. And in order to do that, I want to be able to go running before it gets super hot out. Right now it's about 80 degrees. So although I know mentally I can do it because I have. So hot, I had to take my shirt off. But that's cool. There's a house volunteering, got some Pringles, got some water. Whew. Have that tolerance to run when it's hot. I choose to run when, again, that stillness, nobody's out there, sun is starting to just peek over the mountains, and I want to always be out the door by like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. But we were always going to bed, or I was going to bed at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and you're like, why are you sleeping so late? One, sometimes our son would wake up every hour or every couple hours. You never know with a child, a newborn. But a lot of it was self-inflicted. Doom scrolling, too much on my mind, a lot of things to
my battery, Jason.
to think about. Yeah. And what was great was after our talk the past couple of days, like I was telling my wife I need to get back into running. And so a couple of days ago, start off with 1.67 run, then a 2 something run, and then today ran like a 3. Yeah, I got it. Ran like a 3 mile run today, and just was able to sit there as the sun was starting to come up, or like it started to get brighter out, and the geese and the ducks were slowly going across. It was beautiful, right? And like the realization was like, man, this is what I love. And what was it going to take? Well, yeah, granted, I had a few hours of sleep a few nights ago, and then yesterday as well, I only had 4 hours of sleep, but I got up to do it anyway. It was like 5:30 in the morning. And then today, we had gotten maybe like 6 hours of sleep, which was great. Our son slept through, which is awesome. And it was around like, I don't know, 3:45, 4 o'clock. And my wife was like, you gonna go for a run? I was like, girl, I'm still sleepy. And after she had nursed him, put him back to bed, I sat there on the couch, and I'm like so tired still. And I'm like, it's go time. Just get up and do it. Because if I go back to bed for an hour, that's gonna make me even more tired. So I got up to do it. I was out the door at like 4:45 a.m. But that's what it is, having that structure again. Had to adjust and adapt, but there's just so much more clarity, and that's a great life lesson, that when you take that one step forward, when you put yourself out there, when you can work through your muck, you get renewed to find this new sense of rejuvenation and clarity. Again, I love that word, clarity. Of the first step is always the hardest, but whatever that looks like for you, or wherever you are in your journey of trying to take that first step, I can't encourage you enough. Just go ahead and try and do it. Have the courage, no matter how tired you are, to do it. Because once you start, that train's gonna keep moving, and that momentum is gonna build, and you're gonna be closer and closer and make progress, because progress equals happiness. Tony Robbins taught me that.
Out there, talk to anyone. Now, if you try something and it doesn't work, what should you do?
Progress equals happiness. And when we make progress in our lives, we're more fulfilled. We feel like we have purpose, meaning, and we can show up to be the best version of ourselves. And as I mentioned in my welcome channel video, I'm always learning, a forever student of life. So I'd like to know, how do you get out of funks? Or what is your best method to get out of a rut? Drop it in the comments so we can all help and elevate each other. That's what it's all about, right? So just wanted to record that. I'm going to go eat my first meal. It's 1:57 p.m. and gonna build on my videos and hope you enjoy. Thanks as always for your time. Much gratitude, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.